Hey everyone, welcome to episode 74 of the Star Wars Popcast. My name's Christopher,
And I'm Patrick.
and shorter person this week. Lex won't be joining us this week, so hopefully we'll see her again soon. But we do have quite a few things to talk about this week. But first, do you pick up anything this past week?
I did. So on my channel, you'll be seeing some unboxings and some on the hunts. But
Right.
because I didn't open something, so I have a box that came from Disney, which I'm really excited about. My mother was on a business trip and happened to stop by Galaxy's Edge, and there wasn't any. Apparently, you can only get the Jabba popcorn bucket at Disneyland. So
Yeah.
I was kind of, and had I seen Tony's video prior to her having gone down and everything, I probably would have said, "Get me the Jajaric table top.
Yeah.
That would be dope. Like the game, that would have been dope." But I said, a holocron maybe or something like that. I don't have any of them. And my brother-in-law was looking at getting some, so I think I got some holocrons to open. And then I got a box from Tony at Star Wars Sith that I haven't unboxed, where I purchased a few Funko Pops, and they threw the one I won from Ricky's. Was it 1,500 subscriber thing?
Yeah. So you finally got that, eh?
Yeah. So that's in a box. I haven't
after the little bit mishap you had with that.
Yeah, with the candies. So I said, "You want me to see?" He goes, "Dude, those aren't my candies." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah."
like just
I know. Well, that's what we were telling you. It's probably not his. It was just a mistake at the post office. So.
It was really wild, but I wanted to make sure that like he wasn't shipping something to somebody. You know what I mean? I was just trying to be, trying to do the right thing. But I did do a little on the hunt, and when I was doing my little on the hunt, it was kind of more of like an impromptu. I'm really looking to see if there's anything Acolyte hitting the stores, and I have not seen it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything yet.
Yeah, my Amazon says my pre-orders are to drop in August. So I feel like, wow, that's a little bit of a wait, because at that point I was hoping for second wave by August, right? Like, come on.
Hopefully.
Yeah. But I did go to Box Lunch, and I did see a few items that are now hitting the shelves. So
nice.
I had mostly pre-ordered a lot of the stuff. So some of the things I did see, I saw the Bo-Katan with the really nice acrylic with the Darksaber and everything. They have that in stock. They also have the Grogu with the medallion, They had that in stock.
Yeah.
They also have this in stock.
The one with the frog, floating. That's cool. I like that one.
So very nice looking pop. Very excited to have this one in the collection. But I was looking for the Moff Gideon to see if he was no, he's not in stock yet. But I happen to also see, and I already have it on pre-order, and it says it's expected July 9th. So I didn't want to mess it up. But I did see at Box Lunch, they also have that like half domed with the fire with both Bo-Katan, Din Djarin, and Din Grogu.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks fire. It really looked nice. They had 3 of them in stock at the one at Warwick Mall here in Rhode Island. But it is a very nice looking pop. And just the little details I noticed just looking in the box, like Din Djarin is on his knee, on his knees. You got Bo-Katan taking a one knee, and you got little Din Grogu there with his little squinty eyes using the 4. Dude, it looked really cool. Really well done.
Yeah, it does look cool. I haven't seen it in person yet, but that's definitely one I want to get.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast, as I've never been here at the beginning of the stream before. Well, thanks for hopping in at the beginning.
Yeah.
You said I'm on season 2 of the Clone Wars. Good. Are you liking it now? Gotta go fast, because I know you mentioned you didn't really enjoy it. So hopefully you're digging it now.
I think as you get through the series, you'll enjoy it more than the Clone Wars movie.
So I picked up a 2-pack. I picked up the Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon 2-pack. I found it at GameStop here with that special edition sticker. So I'm happy with this find. A little bit pricey up here. It's like $45 up here.
Yeah, I mean they're like $29.99, like $30 basically here in the States. But
I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be $44 up here. If like an individual pop is like $19, I don't think it should be $44.
I don't either. I think it's kind of you get your prices get pretty jacked up there. It's a shame.
Yeah.
I did stop at my GameStop, and they were kind of redoing the shelving and everything for the Funko area. But I did see they had a box, and this is what was frustrating. So it wasn't in the discounted section. So as someone that had I not been someone that keeps on top like you, me, Lex, and our Funko Pop community that keeps on top of what's expected in the different stores and what's dropping, they had the Gaming Greats box, a black and gray. They weren't in the clearance. So if they're not in the clearance, I'd imagine those Gaming Greats must be the new one. But
I don't think so.
I asked because there's nothing. That's the other thing. There's nothing that tells you what's in the box. It's not a fucking mystery box, right? It's not like the Mando ones where you might get one of these two in there. There's two pops, right? And they're coming with all of them. So I didn't understand that. But the poor guy didn't know what was in them or if they were current or not. So I ended up didn't even pick it up. I figured, what? I'll just pick it up on clearance at the rate you guys are going. It'll end up in clearance in a month or two.
Yeah. Gotta go fast as the first season was confusing. Yeah. So the thing with the first season, you got to watch them not in the order of the episodes where it came out in. There's a list. I can get you that list if you want to send me a message on Instagram or something. I can find that list and send it to you.
Oh, you have it like what, a Wars chronological kind of?
Yeah. You watch like episode like what, for example, just for an example, you start with like episode 4 or 5, 6, go to the movie, then go back to do 1 and 2, and then you skip ahead and you do go back. Like there's a lot of bouncing around for it to make sense.
That's cool though.
For the first season, anyways. I think the second season and the ones after that are kind of straightforward, but for the first season they jumped around quite a bit. So, but it'll make sense if you do it that way. But yeah, no, I think that's all I did for pickups this past week. I did that's pretty much it. I think haven't really seen too much else. Like I'm still waiting to find the what's the other one in that set that I need? Oh, the Padme and the Anakin. I still haven't found the Padme or the Anakin from the Phantom Menace wave yet.
Helmet on the
Naboo haven't. Yeah, haven't found them yet.
Oh, dude!
Second episode of the first season.
I see him all the time. I see the Anakin all the time. They have him at the box lunch. They have Padme at the box lunch. They have him at the Toy Vault, my favorite place to go. So, if you really need him, let me know because I can always pick them up and send them to you.
Yeah. No,
like the funny thing is when I'm sure
they'll make I have them pre-ordered at GameStop anyway. So when they finally show up there in like July or whatever they're supposed to come out up here, then I'll get them there. But
that was the one thing that was funny when I was at my GameStop. The guy was at least like, I noticed you're looking at specifically Star Wars. Do you have this one? This one we've gotten in very recently, and it was the 501st. I'm like, yeah, I already got that one. He's like, you do? I said, yep. And he goes, I said, I actually got it from my friend in Canada because that was released 2 months ago there. He goes, what? I said, yeah, GameStop released in Canada 2 months ago, so I got it from him. He's like, get out. I said, yeah. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. So it was just kind of neat. And we got talking for a moment. I said, yeah, well, my friend and I, we have a podcast. And oftentimes between him and this girl in Florida, if we see a pop that someone else doesn't have or trying to get and they haven't been successful, we'll try to get it and ship it. He's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Speaking of pops, like unfortunately now I owe Lex a Funko Pop because of our little wager we had with the NHL playoffs. Crazy. Yeah. So
that was exciting though. I tuned in not to watch it for the sportsmanship of it. I watched it just to see who owes who a Funko Pop. And those last 3 minutes were intense. I was on the edge of my seat, man, because I honestly thought at any time they could have tied it up. Like at the end there, it was pretty crazy. They should have pulled the goalie a little earlier, but I think Florida was too aggressive. Every time they're getting the puck, they weren't just slapping it up, across the ice. They were really trying to drive another one home if they could. So it was a good game. It was for hockey, you can't ask for a better series to go 7 games like that, tied at 3 each. So I enjoyed it. I think it does a lot of great for the sport. Florida, great team. Oilers, great team, but someone has to be the champ and someone has to be the runner up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the Oilers fought hard. Like they made that big comeback right in Game 4
Yeah,
with that 8-1 slaughter of the Panthers, and like the last times like a team came back from like being behind in the series 3-0 right in the series, it was the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Detroit Red Wings back in 1942, and they won the cup. So Edmonton could have done it, but
yeah.
like you said, like two good teams. But yeah, I'll be owing Lexa Pop when she comes back. We'll go through the
You guys
Aussie
need to get a
collectible
mini.
site, and she can pick
You'll have
one.
to get a mini Stanley Cup to pass back and forth.
We'll
That's
see.
one thing
We'll
that's kind
see.
of cool is that
That
I
was
had.
that was a fun little wager. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
that could be a fun little wager. So
it
yeah,
was
but
cool.
we also had an episode of The Acolyte. What do you think of that? I think it's best one yet.
Chris, I watched episode 3 7-8 times. I watched that episode 7-8 times by the end of the evening. Like, oh
Yeah,
my! Like as soon as it was over, my wife was like, "Are we watching this again?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And my daughter's like, "Yeah, we are." So we went right from the credits, whip right to the beginning again. So good, so good. Really, really enjoyed it. I think it was great how it picked up right where we left off and in a unique way. I thought the way that edit was done, where we start with Osha kind of waking up and she trips and she looks over and boom, right off the bat, one down, you know? And so then you
yeah,
see them fighting in the background, but
yeah. And
I don't know.
I love how they brought in the Catorsis steel in the helmet and the gauntlet that
That was
disrupts
dude.
the
I had
yeah.
a, I had a, as soon as I got done watching it the second time, I saw Retney's holocron,
Hey Niels,
and
thanks
he
for
talked
hopping in.
about
Yeah,
Retney had done a whole thing on the Cortosis stuff, so that made sense because when he headbutted that lightsaber, I was like,
yeah,
how did that not take his head off or his crack the helmet at least like Vader or the Obi-Wan? Like what the hell? And then I noticed it was that one gauntlet he had on his wrist and the helmet the whole time. Um, Very cool usage of cool Legends lore, in my opinion.
yes,
Very cool. But he
yes,
took on 8. So I know there's a lot of people out there that are, so staunch against liking any part of the Acolyte
yeah. Just
and
because it's
hate, if
Disney, just
anything.
because it's Leslie has Headland, and just
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But I'll be honest.
But
When
it's
we heard the rumor that they were going to have a lightsaber that was going to rival the Phantom Menace,
yeah, and I think it does. I think it does.
I'm sorry. I love Ray Park and Darth
Like
Maul are my fave.
when George says like faster and more intense, like this was faster and more intense than
More intense. He was
than
ruthless.
the majority of the lightsaber duels we've seen. And
Any other lightsaber duel we've seen has been Disneyed and compared to this. And what I mean by Disneyed is it's rated PG, PG-13. They're fighting and they're doing their thing. Someone's going to end up dying usually. But there was 8 against 1. There were more lightsabers swinging than you could shake a stick at. I absolutely thought it was phenomenal.
oh
Phenomenal.
yeah, absolutely. And we'll jump into our top 5 characters we want to see as Funko Pops later. Actually, let's do that now. Let's mix it up. Let's do that our top
We'll do
5
that
now.
now?
Get rid of that, and then we'll
All right,
jump
let's do
into
it.
our pop report after.
All
We
right.
got a few things that we're going to talk about in our pop report that are. I know you're excited for one, especially for
Oh,
the one.
you know it.
I know you're like drooling over this one, so that's exciting for you. But let's jump into our top 5.
Magnificent, aren't they?
Yeah, so again, like because this show's showing us a lot of characters that have been in most of the episodes, like Yord, Soul, Osha,
Yeah, there's not
May.
too many new. There's nobody new that, especially in this one, there wasn't anyone we got introduced to new. Which you know what?
No,
Perfect.
and we could have put all the other 7 Jedi or whatever there were in on this list and had them as random Jedi characters, but it just wouldn't make sense because
No,
I don't think they're gonna make them. But
no, they were basic red shirts. From Star
yeah,
Trek. They were sacrificial
yeah.
lambs for this episode. Which
So
perfect.
the first one we got the Stranger or Chimere. They're calling him the Stranger now after the episode's out. So we'll call him the Stranger with the
I
mask
don't
on.
like the Stranger, name. It's kind of a little weak, but
I don't mind it.
The shot
what do
of
you
this
think?
one, the reason I like this image and this particular image, if being converted into a Funko Pop, to me, I got a lot of Michael Myers horror movie style kind of posing.
And the way he tilts his head, right? Yeah.
That head tilt was so Mike. And even when she hits him with the blaster, when OSHA hits him with the blaster, and he turns around and doesn't run after, doesn't force go after. He just
even when Jackie her lightsaber ignites again after he hit it with his gauntlet. So like she's holding Kelnaka's and then the other one opens up and he kind of like does a little look over like that at the weapon.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was very good. It had a lot of great horror callbacks, in my opinion. And I don't know if those tropes were done on purpose. I think they were.
I think all of it was done purposely.
I do too. What
do you think for him? Because he did show up at the end of the last episode.
I would put him as not an S tier, but an A, because I like that one a lot. Okay. I like that one a lot. Okay. But we did have that
next
last
one.
week.
Yeah. Next one, we have Jackie with 2 lightsabers, which is cool. So I think that could be a cool pose.
S tier.
Yeah, I would go S tier for that.
Especially with the fact that she has the 2.
And then Chimere with the 2 sabers. That would be a cool one to get as well. So I'm going to put that S tier as well.
And the reveal of Chimere, that was
right?
The way that was edited, flawless. Absolutely flawless execution on the camera work and the framing of that. I absolutely, it was exactly because once you saw the elbows to the helmet popped off. You as the audience, because we were all involved in this episode, watching it, enthralled, and as soon as we came up, we waited for that next frame, and then obviously we get the image of Jackie from behind, and we see her demise, which I don't think anyone expected. No. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal, savage, and sad.
JT Lovecraft in the house. Hey, JT says, dang, what tier list is this? This is our weekly top 5 characters we want to see as Funko Pop. So S tier will have 5 characters up there that we want the most as Funko Pops, and everything else will be ranked lower. So
I'm curious, JT, since you're here, you actually have
the Saber Man, the Saber, the skilled Saber.
I want to hear what are your thoughts, JT, on the episode 5 lightsaber battle? What are your thoughts? And would you compare? And if you had to rank it to say prequels or any other lightsaber, would you put this at one of the top? Because I definitely think it's one of the top now. It's either 1 or 2.
I think so.
It's up there.
I think it's in my opinion, I think it's better than the prequels, but
see,
the prequels are very close.
So much emotion that gets tied into Revenge of the Sith, Anakin versus Obi-Wan. It's hard.
Yeah,
it's always going to be hard to top that. But I'm going to put it up there. It's up there because it rivals with Maul and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. That 3-way lightsaber fight.
Yeah. So next we got May with the handcuffs on.
I just thought that would be kind of neat, like to have.
I'm gonna say a B. I would say a B tier right now.
Yeah, because we still haven't gotten the May with.
No, but I prefer her with like the
mask.
I'd prefer one with the hood over this one.
Yeah,
this could be a neat exclusive. This could be a neat exclusive.
Could be.
Yeah, and next we got Soul. Yeah. Which you do have a 2-pack here as well, or a movie moment possibly, but we got Soul next. And we already have a Soul Pop coming, and I think it's in the same brown and gold.
Yeah, so I would kind of put this as a B.
I'm going to go C just because we already have.
Yeah, we know we're getting one of that. We do know we're getting one of that.
So we got 3 more. So the 2-pack. So this is the Chimere and May 2-pack where he's choking her. 2-pack or
I would love this. I doubt they'll ever make it.
Yeah.
But it would be awesome.
Maybe A tier?
I'd put that as A. I just thought it was really what I really thought was cool about that scene is we got Chimere as Chimere for a split second which really throws everybody off in the middle of that intenseness. Hello. And then also
Manny Jacinto is phenomenal in this episode as Chimere and the Stranger.
He was awesome.
Not just because of dueling, like because you could tell like the helmet came off and you could tell he's sweating his head off there.
Oh, he was working out on that.
Yeah, yeah, he was going so quick. But like you said, like he's got that deeper tone when he's talking, like ruthless. But then he looked over and saw May, and he's like, "Hello," and that little goofball voice he does, right?
But he uses that as a right to our face,
throwing people off
even at the last second, kind of revealing to us, like, "Hey, I've been that quirky all the time, and I'm going to throw my cloak and distract Saul, and so I could grab at May." Like, again, I thought that was so well done, well scripted, and well acted for that, because we've been fighting with the idea: could he be? Is he? It seems like they're leading us. And it was kind of like even thrown to our face, like, you didn't recognize me? Really deep down, you didn't know? Like, it was almost like he was taunting the audience, I thought. I thought it was well done. Well done.
Yeah, JT said definitely one of my favorites in the series so far.
Excellent.
I thought the choreography was very good. Bold to say better than the Duel of the Fates for Constant Fight was cool, but it kept getting broken up by jump cutting dialogue. Took me out of it. But I mean, that's the same as the Duel of the Fates. It got cut up as well. Like it goes from Duel of the Fates to the Naboo fighters up at the Trade Federation to the other battles. So, like in Star Wars, the lightsaber duels aren't always just like they're not all one scene and that's it. You're always jump cutting between different places.
Yeah, I think this one we got more. Maybe time with that. It just seemed like the whole episode.
Oh, it felt like it felt like 90% of the episode was the lightsaber duel.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah. And so next we got Yord.
Yeah.
And
what you think about how Yord went out?
We're getting a Yord pop. That was unexpected, but I'm cool with it.
See, the reason I like this one, I thought this would be neat because this is the last time we ever get Yord. So I thought it was cool that he had the helmet in his hands. If you had like the bust in his helmet.
I'm gonna say maybe A. What do you think about A?
Yeah, definitely A.
And then the OSHA with Pip lit up. I think that's a cool one. I'm gonna go that as one of our top 5.
Yeah, I put that up there. Now,
so we need 2 more. We need 2 more up there.
All right,
to complete our top 5.
If we had to go 2 more, one has to be Yord with the helmet because that's just kind of cool.
Yord with the helmet?
Yeah. Okay. And
then I was thinking the Stranger, I think.
The Stranger with that kind of tilted head. Yeah.
It's but I don't know. My hesitation on that one is kind of just like a plain pose, right? I'm kind of thinking either the Stranger with the head tilt or May with the cuffs.
The cuffs? I don't know.
Maybe the Stranger, eh? We'll put them up there.
I think we give it to the Stranger because that was his episode, his reveal. Episode 5. So
that there is our top 5 Funko Pops that we want to see as Funko Pops. Top 5 characters from Acolyte episode 5, not season 5, episode 5. So that's it there. Which I'm happy with. Solid top 5, I think.
I definitely think it is. I mean, it was a great episode. If the Stranger has more than one in the top 5, he deserves it because he was badass. It was absolutely phenomenal choreography, a great fight scene. I loved every part of it. It was 100% up there, like definitely ranking.
Yeah.
And it really did a lot, I think, for the actor. Because I think he was very easily dismissible up until this episode.
Yeah.
Like if he died, something happened to him, no one would have cared. And I think now that he revealed him, it wasn't even just a reveal. It was an absolute, I think him revealing when he did was perfect because he was slaying everybody. Everybody. Yeah. There are only 3 Jedi left.
They're throwing in other stuff. I think they're throwing in other stuff to make us like before he unmasked himself. They were throwing in stuff like Yord and Osha were talking, and Yord said, "Oh, he gets in your head," and Osha said, "Oh, I've seen my mother do that." So like they were almost making you think, "Oh, could this be Mother
Could it be the
Coral
other
under
mother?
there?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're throwing stuff in there like as a red herring, I think, to make you question, like, "Oh, I thought it was going to be Chimere because of all the evidence that pointed to Chimere, and now they're saying this could it be Mother Coral?" And
Yeah, I think that was
then they're like, no, you were right, but we just wanted to play it teasy a little bit. It is Chimere.
Yeah, and I know people are kind of like, me too. Well, Palpatine is right in your face. Yoda acting very silly with R2 and Luke first met him. Like, to me, if you don't understand one thing about Star Wars and its origin story, like on the lore and what it borrowed from, a lot of Japanese and Kung Fu style movies. So to me, it was the drunken master, being all silly, but yet, total martial art badass. That is Chimere in every way.
Yeah.
And we saw that in the earlier episodes. And now we saw him deliver on the complete Sith Lord action. And again, we're not sure if he's Sith Lord. He's leaving it up for the Jedi and us as an audience to make that interpretation, I think.
Yeah.
He says,
I've got a theory about it. I've got a video coming out probably tomorrow or Monday.
Because the way I've got a theory about that and everything with the helmet, very Kylo Ren-ish. I wonder, is he one of the first Knights of Ren? Is he the first?
That's exactly exactly what I was thinking. I think he's artwork. I think he's currently a Sith. I think he's currently a Sith, and he's trying to break away from the Sith because I think the whole he wants to live his life, freedom. I don't think it's just freedom from the Jedi, but I think it's freedom from his current master. So I think he's trying to break away. He's trying to kill his master, break away, and be his own thing. And he could be the first Knight of Ren, like you said.
Could be.
That's the thing. That's what I was thinking.
What we don't know what the series is about necessarily.
Yeah,
and that kind of I'm for.
They're giving us all this stuff. They're bringing in stuff like the Cortosis from Legends. They're bringing in like the twins. They're obviously in my opinion, I think that it's clear that they're the first Force dyad.
Yeah, that's the one Palpatine said. We haven't seen that in generations. That's it.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I definitely think it's well done, and I really wish people didn't shit on it and hate on it because it all has a trickle down effect. And this is my main thing. If we all keep spouting bad crap, right? Whether it's the writing, it's the director, it's being woke, it's Disney, it's the actors, and the actors don't know, all the backstory. Not every actor that comes into a franchise knows all the backstory. First off,
no. But what was it? One of the Kenobi actors. I can't remember who it was, but one of them hadn't seen Star Wars, wasn't it?
Oh, the guy who played the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, that's right. Jason, not Jason Isaac, the other guy. I can't think of his name. I know who he is. Rupert Friend.
That's it.
Right. He hadn't seen Star Wars.
I can't argue about that. I mean, you can't know everything, and I get that. They're not as fanatical as we are. But
the
thing is, if we keep shitting and hating and spewing this toxicity, what's going to happen is going to affect what we love most, because Disney's going to say, you know what? Obviously, fans didn't like it. We're not going to continue that project. Guess what? We're going to stop doing this. Maybe they just say, fuck it all. And just turn off Star Wars IP for a solid reboot 4 years down the road.
I think Disney sees the stuff and can tell what's real dislike for it and what's all the people just being big childish babies about it and not liking stuff because somebody says something or stuff like that, right? So
really digging hard to find stuff like the Key Out of Monday.
He really knows. I think Disney really knows which how many, they can tell by how many viewers they have.
Yeah, but also again, it also has that effect because if I was an actor and I kept hearing all this stuff and I hadn't been in a Star Wars piece yet, and I get asked to be on it,
that's who it's the most. Yeah, that's who it's the most unfair to is like the creators, like Leslie Headland, the actors. Manny Jacinto's getting shit on because he's in the show. Like that's who it's hurting the most is the creators of the show, people who are putting their hard work into the show.
Dude, the guy who plays learn English. learned English just to get
I
this
know
role.
that's crazy.
Like he's putting his heart and soul into it, like pun intended, I guess. But like,
Yeah,
I just want fans to understand it's a symbiotic relationship that we are in, very much like the Naboo people, you
yeah,
know, are in it with the Gungans. We're in this
yeah,
together, like it or lump it. And we need to at least we can. And I'm not saying you can't not like it and have your own opinion of it, but when you're spewing toxicity about a fandom and something that we
yeah,
like, do take in mind that that could have a repercussion to then hurt
yeah,
the very thing you love most, because
yeah,
actors are going to be apprehensive, directors are going to be apprehensive to do future projects.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it does have
But
a thing. So
yeah, yeah. But getting back on track, let's jump into the chat before we do our pop report because we do have some stuff to get into there. Rolando's in the house. Hey, Rolando.
hey, Rolando.
Saying hi to Niels and JT.
Hey.
JT says, see, I disagree. It jumped to different battle at the end of TPM and 3 fights going at the same time. Revenge of the Sith jumped from Mustafar to Palps and Yoda and jumped to in this episode it jumped to Yord in the woods and stuff.
Yeah.
He said, I'm good. Yeah. Gotta Go Fast says, have you ever read the kids' book series Jedi Academy? I have not.
I have not, but I did read the young readers. It was a prequel to the prequels about young Anakin with Obi-Wan as his apprentice. That was pretty cool. I
Right.
can't remember the name of it. It was a cool book.
Yeah. But let's jump into our pop report because I know Patrick's itching to say something about this first thing on our pop report here. So let's jump into that.
Magnificent, aren't they?
Yeah. First up, why don't you introduce this one? Because I think you're the most excited about it.
All right. So this is a brand new Funko Pop that is lights and sound. Now, I also think it's a 6-inch, so it might be slightly bigger than the normal.
Yeah, it might be like a Wampa. But yeah, no, it's cool. Because we heard rumors that we were gonna get some Halloween pops and stuff. The Day of the Dead yeah, but this one's cool. 2 lanterns, the eyes light up. The lanterns light up.
I was so happy that he wasn't orange and black. Okay, just start with that. That they didn't make him look like a pumpkin. That was my first, like, when I heard about this possibly happening, I was like, oh, they better not make him like really look bad. But I really enjoy Star Wars and Halloween together because, you know, obviously it's a fun time. Kids get in costumes, the Bumbies run around in your neighborhood, and a lot of Star Wars characters show up at your door asking for trick or treat. So I enjoy this, and I'm a sucker for lights and sound. You know, as soon as you saw this, you're like, oh boy, get the net, fish pad in, he's hooked.
Yeah.
But I was very excited because, you know me, I always try to do a Halloween image with my Star Wars Funko Pop. So last year, as kind of my October, fun that I had is I did 2 customs. I did the Grand Inquisitor where I did a little head swap. I think with Reaper from, I can't remember, Overwatch or something like that, one of those games. And it kind of has that jack-o'-lantern kind of head, really cool looking. And then I did my my custom Death Trooper, the stormtrooper with with the zombie. I really like doing that. So again, that fact that we have an actual official Halloween Funko Pop, it looks cool. The fact that the eyes and the pumpkins lit up, that's kind of cool. I'm excited. For this. I am. I like Halloween. And I'm so glad they didn't treat this like they did like the last Christmas ones with the snowman idea, and they didn't do it like the chocolate or the Pepto Pink that they do for Valentine's. So that's why I was kind of nervous. Like, would they just do like orange and make them look like a pumpkin or something? Like, this is cool. This is really cool. But Vader seems to be getting pretty popular at Halloween time because Home Depot, I don't know if you saw, they have like an 8-foot Darth Vader that is a Halloween prop that also can be converted to a Christmas prop.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of neat. And that sold out really quick because I think it was only like $300-400 for that giant and it's an animatronic. So not bad for the price for what you get, and the fact that you can use them for both Halloween and Christmas. That's a double down awesomeness to me. So I wasn't surprised that obviously they would choose Vader to do it with, but really cool. And again, I'd like to see in the future them do more kind of custom type Halloween pops. When I happened to be at the box lunch, they had a Looney Tunes one that I had never seen before. And it had a special kind of Halloween style boxing on it, but it was Sylvester the cat coming out of a jack-o'-lantern. So half of his body's coming out of the giant jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, and the top on his head was the top portion of it. I thought with the little stem, I thought that was cool, and I wouldn't even mind seeing like a Star Wars character kind of popping out, something like that. Like if you gave me a Grogu doing that or any other character, it would have been cool. Like an Azelian or something. I'd take my money. That'd be cool. So I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too.
And I know Lex isn't as much in the lights and sounds as I am, but I think she'd even enjoy this one.
Yeah, I think she will too. So next we got actual official reveals.
Finally.
Like we got leaks. So we got leaks before, but we finally got reveals of these. So I just thought this was funny. This was 4 days ago. We got leaks.
Well, it's funny too.
Official reveals, because we had leaks about a month ago.
Yeah, and I've had my pre-orders in since a day or two after that leak. I got a link to Amazon, so I knew that they were 100% official because I had the links to Amazon and was able to pre-order all of them. The only one I skipped is Basil. And I'm like, he's cool, and I might, if I see him in the wild, I'd pick him up. But the other ones are characters that I felt like I saw a lot of. I'm gonna want to see more. What's funny is I almost didn't get Chimera, but I decided to go back and add him to the shopping cart only because I really felt then that he was going to be the guy. And I said, you know what? I have a sneaky suspicion. I better pick this guy up, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
I am kind of surprised we didn't get after Tuesday's episode.
I'm surprised we didn't get May instead of Osha. That's the only thing that surprised me from this one.
And honestly, we do need to get either one or two of the Stranger or Chimera as the Stranger, or reveal where you see him without the mask. I think they need to have one with the mask and one without the mask. In my opinion, if they are going to release some, because he was just too awesome.
Yeah. So next we're jumping into some rumored ones. So Target Con 2025, they announced a bunch of Funko Pops. No Star Wars ones yet, but they're starting to announce them for Target Con next year, which happens I want to say February or March, or maybe January, February.
Now already, they still have the Target Cons that didn't sell from.
I know
with the Bo-Katan.
And those, I think those. When did those come out? They came out January, February. I think they dropped in stores because I went to Vegas February, and I saw a couple of them. Yeah. So no Star Wars ones yet, but we should get announcements soon. I'm guessing because they announced a bunch for all these other stuff. So that's cool. The next big Star Wars item, more holiday pops. I like that.
I did not catch this.
So the Mandalorian with Grogu, stylized holiday, and then a Grogu by himself, stylized holiday. So there's an image of Mando and Grogu in a sleigh. That'd be cool. I'm down for something like that.
Yeah, if they did something like that, I'd be down for it. I've seen somebody actually do with their Black Series, did a toy photo with that, and I thought it was phenomenal. So if they can convert that to a Funko style, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
And I did a Grogu custom last year.
I was just gonna say you did the Grogu custom. So if they do something along those lines, like how you did that one, like I'm okay with them repainting something, taking an existing pop and repainting it and making it a holiday one if they do a good job like that.
Yeah,
you did a really good job on that one. Yeah, so
I think
so cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and
I'm great with that.
I made one custom for Lex for our gift exchange for the holidays.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's unique, and
it is
honestly,
definitely
that would be an easy kill. You reuse the Macy's Day exclusive one that you had. The only difference is instead of just having the ball, like I painted it kind of gold and stuff, but I would make it look more like an ornament, like have a hook and maybe some like twine or something to make it look like it came off the tree or something.
Yeah, or some holly or something at the top of it.
Yeah,
like an actual bell. Yeah,
it would be kind of cool. I like it. It's
interesting to see. Yeah, it should be interesting to see because I think those are the best ones I've got, like holiday pops, because like we've got that original set. Those are cool. We haven't really gotten anything else Christmas stuff, but like they kind of fumble the ball when it comes to holidays like Valentine's and stuff. So
yeah, I think the only one of that original Christmas wave that I don't have is the Vader with the candy cane. I have to get it at some point.
Andrea is in the chat. Hey, Andrea. Hey, friends. Where's Lex? Yeah, she couldn't be with us today, so hopefully she'll be back in the next week or two. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure hoping.
I'm hoping so. Yeah. She says, I think I'm the only holiday pop I need is Life Day Chewy. I'd have to really like one to get another one. I mean, like I said, the original set's pretty good. You should take a look at those if you haven't.
I still want to pick up. I should have picked one up when Funko had that sale about a month or so ago, where they're like, you can get some of those pops for $3. That is the older one. I should have picked up a second Life Day one because I want to head swap the because he's flocked. I want to head swap one with a non-flocked Chewy.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Gotta go fast as I'm making the next season of my Star Wars show. I know it's already wrote that, but it's coming out soon. Make sure you guys watch it. It's going to be awesome. Very cool. Really will check that out.
Our young Spielberg in the making.
Right. Next, we got another comic cover coming, and like I'm not a big collector of them. I do have the first Boba Fett one with the yellow cover because I'm a big fan of Boba Fett.
I'm glad you're bringing this up.
I don't think I'm going to pick this one up. But it's cool that we're getting more comic covers. If they ever make a Darth Maul one, I would definitely get a Darth Maul one. But what do you think of this one? Do you think you'll get this one?
I'm glad you're bringing this because I did a video on this that's dropping in the next week or so.
Nice.
Because I did get the latest Boba Fett, and I noticed something.
Right.
So there's a 1 and a 2. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have them both. So you had the Luke and you had the Fett, right? 1 and 2. The Fett I just got is number 4. So what happened to 3? We never saw the Ben Kenobi one that there's
maybe this is 3.
Maybe this is 3 is what I'm hoping because it's just kind of odd that they would skip one. So I'm hoping this is it. But I do like these. I do like these. Like I'm literally thinking of getting another small kind of cubicle style kind of show to display just the retro series and comic book covers and put it up with that artwork that my wife got me for Christmas. I really like the graphic novel look of the retro line and comic book, so absolutely love this.
Yeah, gotta go fast as I love Boba Fett. Freaking awesome. Andrea says, "Is it easier to head swap Star Wars pops to the bobblehead?" Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so hear me out. I love all the comic cover pops. Not a fan of the retro prequel pops though, because they are missing the comic cover element. I hope they do keep them to the smaller, not the giant hard cases. Yeah, I mean the comic ones they're not too big. It's not like the movie posters. But yeah, no, I agree. Like if they did a prequel comic cover, which I don't think it would have that same vintage feel because they didn't have vintage style.
Well, I think Andre is also mentioning. So let me show you because I noticed this myself. So if you compare the last line of the retro series.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is cool. So beautiful. And I'm not, me and you, we don't care about packaging. This packaging looks great, right? Yeah. And what's really a nice piece is you have the
comic at the back.
Book, correct. That inspired the pop.
Now, but on the prequel ones, there's nothing. Is there nothing? Okay.
You get collect them all instead of the comic book cover
and
on the
see
back.
that's
a disappointment in my opinion. So
that
I
is,
think that's
right?
what Andrea was saying, is like, if they had this style on the back of it, she'd be down for it.
Right.
So I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for the prequel pop. It doesn't. So
no, not at all.
That's why that's why I only got Amidala. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand
complete sense. Yeah. And then the last bit of Funko rumors, or like rumored pops to be coming. So we've seen different variations of this list already quite a few times, but now we're getting a little more. We're getting a lot more details in the more specific. Yeah. So Emperor Palpatine with Force Lightning. So we have a couple, because we got Palpatine from Return of the Jedi with the Force Lightning. We got him from Rise of Skywalker with the Force Lightning. So hopefully it's a different pose.
We have a retro Force Lightning.
Yeah, so hopefully it's something different. Darth Maul dual lightsaber, that could be anything, because we've got a couple different ones.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a Phantom Menace with the double lightsaber, because we don't have a Phantom Menace with the double lightsaber yet. Like not in a really cool pose. We got the one with the swirly eyes, which is, I got that one because it's Darth Maul, but
maybe be more like that Clone Wars one where he's kind of got the blade out with the double blade.
That's what I mean. But maybe in the Phantom Menace style, right? When that door opens and he ignites it, like maybe it's that. That'd be awesome. Count Dooku with Force Lightning, which could be cool because he used Force Lightning on Obi-Wan and stuff. So maybe a pose from Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, I just hope they don't use the Red Saber series mold and just add lightning at the end of the hand. I get nervous about that.
This next one I'm really excited for. Darth Maul hooded holographic, because I see that as this is my apprentice Darth Maul, and then he's got the crossed arms, the hood up. So if that's what that is, that's a no-brainer. That take my money. 10-inch Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, I hope so. 10-inch Emperor Palpatine. That could be cool. I don't collect too many of them. I got the Grogu and the Babu Frick, because I got a really Babu good deal Frick. On those. I got a great deal on those.
I got the Ewok. I have.
Yeah, so we'll see if it ends up going on clearance at some point. I'll pick it up. It might. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
I might have to pick it up because I've got the 10-inch Vader, which is Light and Sounds. Actually, I got the 10-inch. Black Boba Fett with the red artist, where it has the Mythosaur that the red artist series did.
Yeah,
I love that as a 10-inch. I have the 10-inch Boba.
Mando, you said.
Yep, I got the 10-inch. What's the other guy I'm looking at? Kylo Ren.
Stormtrooper.
Kylo. Oh, you know what? I never got that one with the big Imperial cog on him. I never did get that one.
Yeah. So next one looks pretty cool too. Well, not this next one. This next one, I'm kind of confused by this one. Deluxe Darth Vader first appearance. So I'm not sure if that's the one we've already gotten with the metal tin first appearance as a Funko Pop. I'm not sure if that's that one or if it's something completely different.
You might be right on that. That could be the first appearance tin. Like
but this next one. Yeah, this next one, I'm all for this one. Deluxe Kylo Ren with Darth Vader's helmet from
have that?
The Rise. Yeah, right.
Come on.
So that's awesome.
I like that.
And then the last one is a little bit of a head scratcher as well. Pop Ride, Darth Vader with the TIE Fighter.
They already have it.
We already have it. So
and
I don't know how you change
the TIE Fighter on the stupid train cart for the Disney.
Yeah. So I don't know how that changes, right? Because we have one of him with his TIE Fighter, so I don't know.
The only way it gets better is if they did the inner panels.
Maybe
the original one, the inner panels don't have as much detail as the outer panels.
Yeah,
and I compared that to the TIE Fighter pilot in the TIE. The inner panels have as much detail as the outer panel does. So I wouldn't mind if they redid it. Maybe it's bigger. I'm curious.
Yeah. Queen Padawan Chronicles Andreas is day 457 of asking Funko for a 10-inch Queen Amidala.
Right.
She just has to go on all these Funko YouTube channels and come in and post that every day. So just come on here every weekend and post your
Andre, I'm
updated
going to
day.
send you the link to where Funko has where you can submit your ideas for a Funko Pop. I'll send you the link. You need to send it at least once a week to them until they make until they invite you out so you can make it with them.
Yeah, or comment on Top Pop's videos every day because he does daily Funko videos. If you put that in the comments every day, he'll mention it at some point.
Because I'm surprised they didn't. Like, they had a good opportunity. Like, again, we just had a 25th year of Phantom Menace. I would have much rather have a 10-inch Maul before I got a 10-inch Emperor. Just saying.
Yeah. I would too. Being a Maul fan, yeah, for sure.
And if they're gonna do a 10-inch version, they've got to bring the fire on that one. And I mean, if you're gonna do Lightning, like really do something cool with it. Like maybe
they do him with the cane. Maybe they do him with the cane from.
They could do
that'd be a good one.
I just recently picked up the original Emperor.
Yeah,
something more like this style.
Yeah, maybe they do something like that as a 10-inch. So
that
you got the white skin one, eh? I got the kind of like the almost flesh tone pink purpley skin.
Yeah, I got this guy was loose box at my toy vault, my collector store.
Yeah.
And I really like it. Well, this, what's funny is I was doing this for Halloween. I literally, when I saw that one, came up with the idea. All right, so now I have to take my Pop Yourself apart from last Halloween, but I have an image already, kind of like a backdrop picked out and everything. But this is going to be my Halloween image for next year. Hold on. Oh, I was gonna have Palpatine holding the.
Oh, that's cool.
The
not a bad idea.
Bucket.
Yeah.
Right. I figure what I'll
make that jack-o'-lantern glow.
There we go, like that.
The Vader. Yeah, that's cool.
Right. I thought it would just be kind of fun and wouldn't be too hard, and it's actually a Funko piece, accessory. So it'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so hopefully some cool stuff coming. Like I said, some of the ones on that list, I'm kind of like scratching my head. Why are you doing it? But then other ones, it's like
a couple of them are really cool for sure.
Side.
I don't know about you, but I feel like there's a lot of dark side stuff getting released. Like it really is leaning very heavy towards that. And it's not just Funko. It's like babies, Hot Toys, like a lot of different things.
I hope we get some more Acolyte Pops announced soon with the unmasked Chimera. Even with him with the mask, we haven't gotten that one yet.
No. But let me ask you, what's your thoughts on that Hasbro Black Series helmet? Because to me, I don't like it in the bronze. And even if they're saying that's kind of what it looks like, I'm playing with the Shadows highlight, they darkened it, but like maybe it's burnished and it is that, but it's so worn and weathered. It's dark. I don't know, but I do not like it in that bronze color.
I mean, I don't love it. I'm not a big helmet guy anyways. Haven't gotten into that rabbit hole yet, so.
Well, I saw the one Tony's getting from that Millennium
Workshop,
yeah,
Millennium Workshop, yeah.
That's it, Millennium Workshop. That looked really, really nice, and that's not even 100% all bronze. It definitely has a lot more of a black watch to it. Even if I got that Black Series one, I think I would really have to do a slight overpaint or something and let some of that bronze come out for the weathering. But I do not like it. It just takes you out. It just doesn't look scary. It looks silly in that color.
Yeah. But I think that does it for this episode. Some stuff coming, like I said, and another episode of the Acolyte coming on Tuesday. So looking forward to that. Like I said, hopefully we get some Acolyte Pops second wave announced soon because we're halfway through. So I feel like the Ahsoka series, they gave us a second wave. Maybe it might have been after the series was done, but it was pretty.
It was very
pretty on top of it with that, and they seem to be on top of it with this stuff too. So hopefully it's the same. But Patrick, where can people find you when you're not on the Popcast? You're talking all things Funko Pop related.
When I'm not on here with you and our other cohort in crime, Lex, talking all things Star Wars Funko, I'm on my own channel, Poptography, and you can find me on any other social media outlets at Poptography YT. I have been a little behind, as I was telling Chris before the show today. Just been really, really consumed and burned out from my actual day job to then get in that creative zone. And it's really hard to push yourself because I don't just turn and burn an image just to turn and burn an image. I want to make it quality because it's kind of like my thing is you're only as good as your last image. And I also want to, be fair to those people that take the time to look and watch my content. So it's not garbage. So yeah, I've taken some time and I've got some vacation time right now. So I'm very excited because I plan to get a lot done, a lot of relaxing in, as well as catching up on some Funko images and some stuff I'd like to work on and not feel that pressure. So I am excited for that. I have a bunch of unboxings, as I had mentioned earlier, the comic book and some others. They're already done in the can and just scheduled. So those I usually have been having those like once a week, been dropping. So stay tuned for some of those. As well as I have an episode, my second episode, because I do a monthly recap of all thing Lego and Funko Pop with Clan Brandalorian called Bricks and Pops, and our second episode will be out tomorrow. So that's
nice.
Kind of like
time is that?
Eric with the Rebel Rewind, which I don't know if anyone in the audience has realized this, but prior to on Tuesday nights, if you want something to do for at least half hour, 45 minutes before jumping to your Acolyte episode, you should check out Eric and Christopher on Rebel Rewind because it's a lot of fun. And to me, it's just helping me get hyped and excited for that next episode. I go from Star Wars to Tony's thing, boom, jump over to you and Eric. Boom, meet my daughter upstairs and we watch the Acolyte together. So it's kind of like our thing now. After 5 weeks, it's our thing. So I'm enjoying it. And
Return to the Jodi's in the chat. He says, hey all. Hey Joe, thanks for hopping in.
Thank you.
Yeah. Patrick, will you be photographing an Acolyte Pop? I don't see why not, eh?
As soon as I get one. You know, I hope one day that somehow Funko can consider me as an affiliate or something where they can send them to me early and I can photograph them. I'll give them some promo images. I've really struggled to try to find who best to contact there. That's the because you get so many people that want to be affiliates and but like I don't think anyone really creates anything with the stuff like I do. I mean, there are a few other creators out there that I highlight on my Instagram page, a lot of other Funko toy photographers. So, but I really like to kind of get into that. I think that would be kind of fun. So we'll see. We'll see what the future has in store. Try to stay frosty and see what happens. Stay on my toes. But Chris, when you're not on here with usually myself and Lex, where can people find you at?
So I'm usually on my own channel as well, Seriously Star Wars, doing weekly Star Wars videos, mostly reviews of Funko Pops, and also, like Patrick said, the Tuesday episode every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern, 8:30 Eastern PM, just before the Acolyte airs. We do our Rebel Rewind, where we go over Star Wars news and rumors that we find interesting and we think you guys should know about. So.
Some great articles you guys been pulling up too.
So
you guys let you know.
Lots of Acolyte stuff coming. So, but yeah, there's all that. So definitely head over and subscribe to our channels and give us a follow and stuff like that. And thanks for watching this episode. Thanks for hopping in the chat, and we'll see everyone in the next episode next week.
All right.